Sports card friends, we've got some troubling signs in the collectible space. I'm going to show you firsthand here in a couple of minutes. Stick around. What's going on, sports card hobby family? Back again. You know how it goes. Another day, another sports card video. Got an interesting topic today. I'm going to dive in. Before I do get started, huge thanks to today's video sponsor, DC Sports 87. You want to sell on eBay, but you don't want to package and list and do all the stuff that comes along with that. I send a lot of my stuff off to DC Sports 87. They list it, they help sell it, and they pay me out. Really easy process, so make sure to check them out. Also, don't forget 10% off your SlabMags on SlabMags.com with Sports Card Dad promo code. Treat yourself, my friends. Also, a couple of recent pickups. Actually, a recent grade came back from the SGC folks. If you don't know who Juju Watkins is the next WNBA phenom. She's in college now, but she will be in the WNBA. This is one of those Onyx on-card autos, the green version that are limited to 50 different copies, the SGC 10, gotta love it. And then we've also got a couple of cool cards that I recently found going back a few weeks ago, and I've got ties to the Tar Heels. My wife went to UNC. These are 1989 collegiate cards, Coca-Cola cards, and they've got the regular cards, but then they've got the gold versions, if you can see the gold foil parallels, if you will, very early parallels for Jordan cards, and the pictures are amazing on these. And these are believed to be limited, the gold versions, to about 1,000 of each of these cards that were ever made. So again, kind of going back to the theme of the early Jordan cards that maybe kind of the obscure sets that most people don't really know about. And so those are fun to collect for me, and I'm looking for those in high grades if I can at the right prices. All right. I was watching the It's Jeff Wilson show live stream yesterday, and there was some interesting feedback in the chat. A lot of people were really just not happy in the chat with this particular kind of panel that he had put together. And first, let me say this. If you're not really interested in the business of collectibles, then that certainly was not for you. I am interested in it. And again, if I go back 5 years, there was virtually no content like this on YouTube, so I appreciate Jeff putting it together, whether you liked it or you didn't like it, and I can understand if it wasn't your cup of tea or whatever. There's a lady up there talking about collectible sports cars, not cards, cars. I think she worked for Sotheby's, and so for some people, that's just not what they're there for. They're tuning in for cards. But it was supposed to be a larger conversation about collectibles as an industry and how it's growing and, risks and all that sort of thing. But one of these guys on the panel, he came up and he started talking, and it just got me thinking. And do we have the clip? I want Frank, play this clip, and you guys tell me what is just interesting about this. Go ahead, Frank. Go ahead.
This is really cool. I've never been in such a big card store either, so fantastic. So we are spring water in a can. And by show of hands, who knows what an NFT is? Oh, a good amount of people. So NFTs are digital collectibles, very much like the physical collectibles in the store. And we license different collectibles and put them on the can. So this can is numbered 768. When this can is out of circulation, it's gone forever. So we're making water collectible by creating more intentionality around water, and specifically spring water, because we shouldn't be drinking any. When you see water that says purified, that's actually tap water. It's toilet water. That still has fluoride in it, still has forever chemicals in it. So please avoid all water that's purified water. That's purified marketing. And then also plastic. Plastic leaks into water, even if the water is really good, which is why we did an aluminum can. It's also more fun to drink out of.
So now water is a collectible. Water, spring water, not purified water, as he said, that's marketing or whatever. I don't know. When I was listening to this, I was just thinking about the fact that I used to just drink water out of a garden hose directly from the house, and I could taste the iron in it and everything else. And I'm then thinking about like my parents, all that. And they kind of did the same thing. We didn't have spring water. Or this version of, the most clean water on earth. I have no idea what, and then they're selling it in a can. And my grandfather, he just passed away at 93 years old without having the spring water, that they're talking about here. But that's besides the point. Drink whatever water you want. But the whole serial numbered water can thing, it just tells me, and I thought this was actually really ironic because you're talking about the business of collectibles on this panel, And the irony to me here is that we clearly, in sports cards, let's start with sports cards, we have an oversaturation of serial numbered this, that, or the other thing. We always make fun of it. Eel-skinned parallels and, dragon scales. And I mean, literally, and I just threw out dragon scale, but there actually is a dragon scale card. Hopefully not a real dragon, but anyway, you get the point. There's all these different parallels. They're running out of animals to name these parallels, and they're running out of colors. They're getting we've got maroon prisms. Forget about red. We've got fuchsia. We've got maroon prisms. I mean, we're running out of colors and animals for this. And when I saw this, it also harkened back. I can't really speak today very well. Was it Josh Lieber at Zero Cool when he was coming out and they did the Stranger Things cards, which I enjoyed those sets that they did. But they came out with Jackass cards. And then I remember him talking about hey, there's going to be a time where you can buy a card for a local dentist in Phoenix, Arizona. And it's kind of but who the hell would buy that? And what this is just kind of showing me is there's too much of it. We're getting a little bit too creative. We're going too wide. Just focus on the IPs that matter, the IPs that are popular. We don't need cards of everything and anything. And we don't need serial numbered water. And that's kind of what I felt was the downfall at Zero Cool in part is, guys, just go out and get the IP for Thundercats. Go out and get the IP for, He-Man or whatever. Figure it out to where you can get Seinfeld, Friends. Go get those autographs. Go and figure that out. There's so much out there that's popular. Alf, whatever the hell it is. Alf. Whatever that IP is, go and get that. I don't understand what's so hard about doing this, but no, we've got to go obscure show like Jackass. Really? That was the thing that popped into your head? We got Gary V cards. Did we need those? I guess. I guess we did. It's just, it doesn't make any sense. And it just showed me that they didn't really have a coherent plan. And obviously it went by the wayside. Thankfully, Stranger Things goes back to Topps. Topps will make the Topps Chrome Stranger Things will come out. And Topps will handle kind of the non-sports entertainment cards, but there is just a sea of opportunity in the entertainment culture card type stuff. But going back here to the serial numbered water thing, everything's going to be serial numbered. Hell, we're going to be opening up our Pop-Tarts. Hey, did you pull a LeBron pink refractor out of your Pop-Tarts, out of your Pop-Tart box? Everything's going to be a sweepstakes. Everything's going to be a hit. Did you get a good pull out of that cereal box? I swear, serial numbered water. We're going to have limited edition water? Series 1 spring water. Are people going to collect that? That's a collectible now? Are we, we're gone. This is actually, to me, when people say, that was the top. When people are talking about, certain industries, hey, when you see, the celebrities starting to get into it or, the big mainstream getting into it, we're at the top. When we have serial number water, it worries me that, people just are not getting it. They're going too wide and they don't understand kind of how all this works. The whole idea is you want to actually have limited edition stuff, but if you have just a zillion of everything as limited edition, then nothing is special. Nothing is limited edition. And that's the problem with this. The big issue is now we're taking manufactured scarcity to all new levels, to where it's just stupid. And which actually puts more emphasis for me. It just makes me think, all right, dude, zero in on the stuff that actually is iconic, that actually is important. Because people are going to get caught up in serial numbered water. I can't even believe I'm saying it. But eventually, you know what, they'll say, what else is limited? And hopefully they get to a point where they actually do find things that are limited. But I don't know, this just kind of was like a kick in the face to me. This did not feel like progress at all for the collectible space. We need to get back to a time where there's lower print runs. There actually is scarcity for stuff. You do have kind of a wide-ranging base set, to where people can still get cards, still get collectibles of certain things. But you have to have stuff that's actually limited. Having 100 one-of-ones in a Prism set means it's not special for each player, by the way. I'm not saying 100 one-of-ones total. I'm saying each player's got 50, 60, 70, 80 one-of-ones. That ain't going to work. in the long run. People are going to spend a lot of money on a one of one that they think is special. And then look, and we keep going down that path, then it's going to be like one of ones are garbage. And then it's going to be like negative. What was Zero Cool doing? Like -1 or something? Come on, man, like get with it. And this is just companies trying to sell stuff, trying to sell product. But this is the problem, is that if you are somebody that is a long-term buyer and holder and you're actually interested in holding stuff long-term and actually interested in it being a store of value and rising in value, again, this ain't it. It's not. It's not serial numbered water. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments, my friends. Stay healthy, stay awesome, and I will talk to you again later.